What if I told you there's a company that can predict wars before they start, map your entire life without ever meeting you, and influence government decisions without ever winning an election? It doesn't sell ads. It doesn't make phones. Most people can't even explain what it does, but presidents listen to it, generals rely on it, and governments quietly panic if it ever walks away. This is the story of Palantir, the most powerful software company most people have never heard of. September 11th, 2001 didn't just break buildings, it broke confidence. After the smoke cleared, one question haunted Washington. How did we miss this? The intelligence was there. Flight school reports, visa records, financial transfers, phone logs. The problem wasn't a lack of data. The problem was too much data. Every agency had a piece of the puzzle. No one had the full picture. Information lived in silos. Databases didn't talk. Analysts were drowning in spreadsheets. The US government didn't need more spies. It needed something scarier. A system that could see everything at once. In Silicon Valley, a small group of outsiders believed software could do what humans couldn't. One of them had already used algorithms to catch credit card fraud. His logic was simple and unsettling. If software can detect a stolen credit card in seconds, why can't it detect a stolen identity, a terror network, or a future attack? The goal wasn't surveillance for its own sake. The goal was pattern recognition, finding meaning inside chaos. They named the company after a mythical object that could see across the world. A perfect name, and a dangerous one. This was not a normal tech startup. No flashy launches, no press tours, no demo days. The office felt more like a defense facility than a startup. Engineers signed secrecy agreements. Clients were anonymized. Product details were locked down. And then came the twist. Their first major investor wasn't Silicon Valley royalty. It was the US intelligence community. Yes, the CIA has a venture capital arm. And yes, this company was one of its bets. The mission was clear: build software that could connect every fragment of intelligence into one unified view. Emails, satellite images, travel records, bank transfers, field reports. One screen, one truth. Or at least, the closest thing to it. Why everyone hated it at first. Early versions were a nightmare. Clunky, overbuilt, hard to use. One government official joked that using it felt like flying a space shuttle just to check your email. Agencies resisted, not because it didn't work, but because it changed power dynamics. This software didn't respect hierarchy. It didn't care about seniority. It just surfaced connections, and that terrified people. But while bureaucrats complained, the engineers kept building. Quietly, obsessively. They weren't chasing revenue. They were chasing a belief. That software could prevent another catastrophe. Then came Iraq and Afghanistan. Thousands of reports, constant attacks, zero clarity. Commanders didn't need more information. They needed context. The software evolved into something different. It could map bomb networks, trace funding routes, reveal relationships between people, places, and events. Suddenly, intelligence wasn't scattered. It was visual. You could see how an attack formed, who funded it, who enabled it, who disappeared afterward. Special forces loved it. Analysts trusted it. Generals demanded it. Not because they were told to, because it worked. Despite success in the field, the company wasn't welcomed in Washington. It didn't play politics. It didn't hire insiders. It didn't sponsor dinners. So when the military tried to hand a massive contract to an old-school defense contractor without competition, the company did something unheard of. It sued the US Army and won. A federal judge ruled the government couldn't ignore better technology just because it disrupted the system. That case sent a message. Software had officially become a weapon. The mission expanded. Too much. The same tools used to stop bombings overseas began appearing at home. Immigration enforcement, border security, law enforcement. The software could map social networks, flag risks, recommend actions. Critics noticed. Civil rights groups raised alarms. Employees inside the company started asking hard questions. Is this still about protection or control? Some walked away. The contracts didn't. The pivot no one saw coming. For years, the company claimed it wasn't interested in corporate clients. Governments mattered. Money didn't. That lasted until reality kicked in. Governments move slow. Corporations move fast and pay better. So the company rebuilt its core technology for business. Same power, cleaner interface, friendlier language, supply chains, factories, hospitals, banks. The software didn't just show data, it made decisions. Shut this down, move inventory here, delay production, fire that team. Executives loved it because it replaced intuition with certainty, or at least the illusion of certainty. The pandemic test. Then the world broke. During COVID, governments panicked. Supply chains collapsed. Hospitals overflowed. Nobody knew what was coming next. The software stepped in, tracking outbreaks, distributing vaccines, managing logistics. Entire nations leaned on a system few people understood. It worked, and that made it dangerous. Because once something works in a crisis, it never really leaves. Going public without asking permission. When the company finally went public, it didn't follow the rules. No flashy IPO, no roadshow, just silence. Investors were confused. The company wasn't massively profitable. Growth wasn't explosive. Yet the stock drew obsession. Because investors weren't buying revenue, they were buying influence. This wasn't a tech company. It was infrastructure. When war returned to Europe, the software was already there, mapping supply lines, simulating outcomes, optimizing decisions. Not boots, not bombs. Algorithms. Battlefield intelligence became predictive. Not what happened, but what happens next. That scared everyone paying attention. Today, this company sits behind governments, corporations, and militaries. It doesn't rule, it advises. It doesn't command, it recommends. But when one system sees more than any human ever could and influences decisions at national scale, who's really in charge? It started as a promise to protect the world from another tragedy. But somewhere along the way, the line blurred. And now the most powerful force shaping reality isn't visible, it's just watching. Because the most dangerous power isn't the power you can see, it's the power that decides what you see next.